Hey guys, aloha. Aloha Vanguard here, and today, well, I kind of wanted to do this when the trial deck came out, was make a tutorial on how to make a budgetable, Aqua Force deck with only commons and rares. So let's say if you don't get the double rares and triple rares as easy as everyone else. So how would you make a deck like that but still keep it competitive? So anyways, before, as you can see, this is the trial deck. It's good to get one, but I think getting either 2, 3, or 4 is suggested, depending if you want to run a Naval Gazer Dragon build or whatnot. If not, buying one is fine too. I think buying 2 is great. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the common cards you guys can pull from both the Blue Storm Armada and my suggestions on it before we start breaking down the deck and making a build. So anyways, starting Vanguard for Aqua Force is Officer Cadet Eric, which is it's called the rear guard when the grade 1 rides over it, or when it gets ridden over. And it's a counterblast 1, put into the soul, search the top 5 for a grade 3, reveal it, and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. I think this is just a way better option than Aqua Brev Draco Kid, because you put it into the soul, you give 1000 power to your rear guard, and it gains an auto effect and the auto effect is if it hits a Vanguard on the fort battle, you get to draw a card. Or fort battle or more, you get to draw a card. So that's kind of good, but it's also kind of difficult to pull off, especially when you're starting off with a deck like this. That's why I think Eric is just much more stable than Draco Kid. I don't know, it depends on how you play it, but yeah. So those are the 2 starting Vanguards you can replace your starting Vanguard with. There's another stand trigger, which is enemy seeking Seagull Soldier. You can use a whole bunch of stand triggers. I mean, it's strongly suggested, but not really. You want to hit the 3rd and 4th battles without relying on stand triggers, because I mean, especially for your Vanguard, because you can't stand your Vanguard to attack again. So yeah, that's the crap thing. So stand triggers is somewhat good, but you know what I mean. Anyways, there's another critical trigger. There's Mothership Intelligence. I like this better than Battleship Intelligence, because one, it's a girl, and it's just super cool looking. I like it way better than the other dude. Yeah. Alright, for the grade 1s from the Blue Storm Armada commons, Stream Trooper. This is a card that I run in my deck because if it when attack hits a Vanguard, when this is boosting that card, you get to return this card to your hand. So now you have a 5 shield. Then you can play it back into your hand for a 6k booster, which is not that much, but you still have a 5k shield in your hand. This is really good to replace some other cards that you really don't need, so yeah. Next one is Reliable Strategic Commander. This is good when you have limit break cards. I mean, besides the suicide effect, Counterblast 1, when it's placed down, put the top card on your deck, and then at the end of the turn, choose 1 card from your damage zone, put it back into your field to your deck and shuffle. So it's good if there's a heal trigger or whatnot in your damage zone and you really need to get it back in your deck because you want to play it later on. This is a good card to do it with. Have a grade 1 rare, Stormrider Eugene. It's just like Basil. If you guys know what Basil does, what he is, instead of when he attacks on the first turn to a Vanguard, instead of a 6k, he becomes an 8k. So this is great for early battles. Then at the end of that battle, you can switch it with the with a rear guard behind it. Their positions do not change whatsoever, but yeah, that's what that effect does. Sorry, I'm grabbing things. So it's somewhat good. Great for early games if you want the attack to hit the Vanguard, but for late games, this attack will never go through, so it's basically pointless. Reason why Basil's a triple rare, and reason why the grade 3, I will show you guys later. Yeah. The other grade 1 that you guys can put into the deck is Torpedo Rush Dragon. This is good for 4th or more attacks, because instead of a 6k booster, it becomes a 9k booster, which is great. You can use it either for your Vanguard or your Rear Guard. It does take up space in your deck, but I mean, if you don't have really good cards, this is a good card to have. Maybe just having 1 or 2. Alright, grade 2 lineups. Grade 2 commons that you can play in the deck is Veteran Strategic Commanders, just like the grade 1 version, so not much to say. This, if you do put this in the deck, it takes up space. I'd rather run the grade 1 than the grade 2, because the grade 1 is somewhat better. We also play Fleet Karen Maru. I really like this card. What I don't like is it's only a 7k. But when it hits a Vanguard and you have 4 more rear guards, you get to draw a card, which is good. Basically, you have to have a full field to play this. If not, you're basically screwed, and this card is just a 7k grade 2. Reason why I don't run it is just because my luck is not that good with it, so yeah. Rather run other cards. Alright, any rare grade 2s I have? No, I don't. Well, there's Algos, but he comes with the trial deck, and Valiora is a double rare, so I can't really use it as an example. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna move on to the grade 3s. Distant Seas Advisor, Vasilis. If you like just having hand power, this is a good card. The only thing is, when the unit attack hits, you have to discard 1 to draw 1. So it's just like, it's good to get rid of cards that you don't need in your hand, but I mean, if you're playing a budget deck, you don't have really good cards, so you want to use every card for shielding whatsoever. But if there's a grade 3 you don't want in your hand, you can get rid of it. I mean, but yeah, he's a really cool guy. I like the art on him. I just don't like the effect. Not much to say. I like him. I like this guy over Vasilis, Titan of the Proxying Mine. When it's being boosted by an Aqua Force, this unit gains 2,000 power. So if this is behind a Theo, it'll be attacking for 20. That's great. That's actually a lot for a rear guard attack. Yeah. Or if you have this as your Vanguard, I mean, in some crappy situation, and it's the 3rd or more battle, Dortha becomes 10,000. This is at 10,000, so you'll be attacking for 22, which is pretty good. So, yeah, something to look at. Okay, the rare grade 3 is the grade 3 version of Eugene, and it is Storm Rider Diamantes, or yeah, Diamantes. On the first battle, when he's attacking a Vanguard, he becomes an 11k rather than a 9k. And of that battle, you get to swap it with the card behind it, so, which is good. Running at least 2 or 3 in the deck is recommended. I think 4 is a little bit too much. 3 is right on the line, and then 2 is just like, it's okay. I don't know. It just depends on how fast you can get to your this card, and if you can't really get to this card, play this as much as possible. This is one of the most expensive grade 3s in the Blue Storm Armada pack, but yeah, it's like $2 to $3. Anyways, those are the cards that are in Blue Storm Armada. Wait for the next video, and we're gonna repair this deck. Alright, so see ya.